The TVA have their sights set on Loki in the newest Disney Plus Loki series. But just what do we know about them thus far? And who are they? Welcome back, Nerd Squad. Join me as we find out and count down the top 10 TVA facts you need to know. Let's get into it. Number 10. Time Variance Authority. What does TVA stand for in the comics? That's the Time Variance Authority, TVA. See what I did? TVA. The Time Variance Authority is responsible for making sure all timelines are in working order and that all realities maintain a certain course. Any deviations from the timelines or variants are meant to be fixed by the TVA. It is therefore possible for many superheroes, and likely just average people I'm sure, to commit what would be classified as crimes against time. And when that happens, the TVA takes you in and would hold a trial for said crimes against the accused. The TVA have come in contact with various supers over the years, including Doctor Doom, the Fantastic Four, She-Hulk, Sharon Ventura as Ms. Marvel, and even Scott Lang's Ant-Man. And if you're like, Amanda, Doctor Doom isn't a superhero, I know that, I said supers. He is super, but he's not a hero. Although he's a hero in my heart. Does that count? I think so. Number 9. Timekeepers. The Timekeepers in the Loki series are those that are seen as overseers of the TVA, but in the comics the Timekeepers are also humanoid beings who were created in turn by the TVA. The last director of the Time Variance Authority from the previous reality, known as He Who Remains, created the Timekeepers. Although in the Loki series we're led to believe that there are 3 of them, there were actually originally 4 that He Who Remains created. However, the 4th one ended up being exiled a very long time ago, which is likely why you don't see 4 of them and instead you see 3. The Timekeeper's purpose is to monitor and protect time. Number 8. Null Time Zone. The TVA is located in the Null Time Zone, which is kind of like a zone that exists outside of all alternate and main realities and outside of time. Though while it's said that time moves differently there, it also in the comics seems to be measured almost similarly to time in our reality. Like they use minutes and stuff to measure things. At one point we are told that an arriving party is actually 2.239 minutes ahead of schedule. This seems to imply that time is measured just a lot more exactly than we'd measure it on Earth, but that everything likely has an expected time or schedule in terms of when it should happen at the TVA. In other words, it seems like even existing outside of time and outside of all realities, the TVA still runs a tight ship and likes to do things in a timely manner. Pun intended. Although they don't like to do things in too much of a timely manner, because there's also been moments when people are like, "You're early, how dare you be early?" It's like, wait, what? And friends, before we move on to the next spot, just a quick reminder to click that like, comment below, subscribe, do all the YouTube things. You know. Number 7. The size of the TVA. The TVA is reported to be a huge bureaucracy, which is actually reported to be larger than even Kang the Conqueror's temporal future kingdom known as Chronopolis. It is estimated that the Time Variance Authority operations and home base are actually 2 to 3 times the size of Kang's Chronopolis, which makes sense as they are responsible for all timelines across the multiverse. That's a lot of timelines. So you'd likely need a massive staff and a lot of space to keep track of just all that time. Number 6. Clones. I like how my eyes always widen whenever I talk about clones. How does the TVA staff their massive offices? Where do they find people to employ? Well, many of them are actually clones, which is why you might notice that they often look exactly alike in the comics, or at least groups of them will appear identical. Some of these cloned staff members were actually based off of real-world Marvel editors and writers Mark Grunwald and Tom DeFalco in appearance. Clones are the preferred agents, as the TVA finds that this actually helps to make things run more smoothly, with these clones arguing less and less with one another in comparison to if they were individuals that were hired, as opposed to, engineered for the job. Which I guess is kind of creepy to think about, that they literally engineered tons of clones to do this work. But, it makes sense, I guess. It seems a little sinister to me. I don't know. I like clones, but also, what you doing with those clones? Number 5. Justice Peace. Justice Peace is a character who first appears in Thor issue 371, but would later reappear working alongside the TVA and their Minutemen forces. Justice Peace is evidently meant to be a reference to the famous comic book character Judge Dredd. He was one of the few people actually hired by TVA from outside their closed-off pool. As I said earlier, most of the TVA employees are clones created for the jobs, but Justice Peace was actually considered so skilled that he was hired hired from outside the Time Variance Authority, and actually hails from the possible future of Earth 869371. Number 4. The Time Police! We have talked about Justice Peace, but what we have not talked about is the crew that he is a part of. Or well, he isn't like, I don't think he shows up actually working with these people, but technically they're all sort of one group. They're known as the Time Police. Well, at least that's the name Sue Storm gave them when she ran into them at the TVA. So we're just gonna go with that because I like shouting, Time Police! The Time Police in the 27th annual issue for Fantastic Four from 1994 shows them as being a force made up of the justices at the TVA. So in this issue there isn't just Justice Peace, but the other justices we are introduced to here each have their own name, such as Justice Might and Justice Truth. Honestly, they all sound so noble. These justices all have similar get-ups, of course, to Justice Peace, implying that the justices are all considered to belong to the same rank or the same group. While Sue refers to them as the Time Police in this issue, they are referred to as the Justices by the TVA. So technically you should be calling them, I guess, the Justices. But we're gonna call them Time Police, because that's what I like. Number 3. Minutemen. The Minutemen work for the Time Variance Authority. I have in the past referred to them as the Time Police, but that's before I knew that we actually had a force in the TVA that was dubbed the Time Police in comics before, that is composed of the Justices. So I guess the Minutemen are like, I don't know, lesser Time Police? I guess no one's really Time Police because it's not like a name that's given to people, so they can all be Time Police. I think it's fine. We have seen them work in tandem with the Justices, who operate sometimes as a leader for a group of Minutemen, so perhaps they're like a lesser rank in comparison to the Justices. The Minutemen come armed with time travel technology that helps to apprehend any criminals, but they also have something else up their sleeve when it comes to making sure their accused follow orders. Number 2. Finger guns. It's a real thing! You may have noticed some pretty impressive weapons used by the TVA. One such impressive use of force is the Minutemen and their finger guns. I'm not sure if this is the actual term for their weapons, but that's what I'm gonna call it for now at this exact moment in time. In the Loki series, it's shown as being similar to the Grandmaster's Melt Stick from the MCU. That is, it appears to cause instant and likely painful death. I assume the finger guns here have the effect of erasing you completely from all time streams, but that's just an assumption right now. But in the comics, these finger guns are used to emit deadly blasts, which in issue 352 of Fantastic Four are implied to kill a fake Doctor Doom, though in reality he was just severely injured and incapacitated by that weapon being finger guns. Number 1. Employment for life. Not only are many of the employees at the TVA genetically engineered or bred for their roles, as well as raised specifically for them, but working there you are also guaranteed employment for life, which is also probably why it really is a compliment when they hire outside of their own specifically created pool of employees. However, this also means that no one is allowed to leave the TVA, not even like in the Men in Black. There's like no flashy memory stick to reset your memory and allow you to retire and actually leave service. In fact, at one point Mobius attempts to quit, but his request to do so is met with opposition. In a strange turn of events, Mobius instead manages to negotiate a promotion for himself after being unable to quit and complete an important task that he was given by his superior. I love how he was like, I'm gonna quit, but actually I want better salary, I want a raise, and I'll stay. And it's like, okay. I also have a bonus factoid for you that wasn't good enough to include on this list, but that I need to share with you because I think it's neat. The TVA is actually a thing in the real world. Yes, it is. Well, sort of anyways. Here on Earth in the US, it stands for the Tennessee Valley Authority, and although this has nothing to do really with anything Marvel, I just wanted to point out that Franklin D. Roosevelt, a president who has appeared both in the comics and in the MCU, was one of its founders, and that Miss Minutes sounds like she could maybe have a dialect similar to one you might find in Tennessee. I'm not a dialect expert, but I'm just saying it sounds similar to me. These connections likely don't mean anything, but they are interesting, and if you have any further theories to help me connect them, feel free to share in the comments below. We can make this like a fun conspiracy theory, and I want you to get in on the ground floor of it. Also, what do you most want to know about the Time Variance Authority? Do you think they are a good, bad, or neutrally aligned organization? What are you looking forward to seeing in the Loki series? Let us know in the comments below. This has been Top 10 Nerd, and I'm your host Amanda McKnight. Till next time, you stay nerdy, YouTube.